Hi everyone, it's me Jase Anzo, and this is episode 2 on my Hyprr log. It's been a long time coming, and I know in the last video that I said that I would be making these videos every 2 weeks. I was wrong, and please forgive me for that. With me working long hours, I run 3 businesses, and on top of that, there hasn't really been any tangible news from Hyprr themselves until now. And I want to let you guys know that I am bullish. I am bullish on Hyprr, and I am bullish on what's happening with the SocialFi media landscape. Everything that's happening now is just crazy times. With the whole political side of things, with Donald Trump being pro-crypto, it's just been crazy. And while crypto itself, Bitcoin, has just been on the sidelines, just kind of straddling along, I'm looking to see an explosion this October. Well, anyways, without further ado, in my last video, I spoke to you guys more on my introduction with Hyprr and my journey with it, and the pleasure that I had with having dinner with Jase Anzo, the current CEO. And we've just had some announcements from the official Hyprr Telegram group from Jason himself last week. And it reads here, dead, not dead, well, not dead, but for sure being quiet. Everyone is conscious to not overpromise and to announce announcements, but I've been asked a number of times to come in and give an update on progress. So here it is. New CEO has accepted, but start delayed to July. This is due to the acquisition of another Web3 platform that will be integrated into Hyprr. Hyprr is the brand, HypeX is the token. But to accelerate both the product development and crypto reach, a decision has been made to do this through acquisition. An LIA has been signed, and we expect this process to conclude by early to mid-July. Once that goes through, there will be a significant investment in marketing the new enhanced proposition to a crypto audience, and this will be timed in line with the market sentiment. And new and larger exchanges are already in place. Update will come once acquisition is completed and a formal announcement is prepared. So from this message, it looks like things are ramping up. Jase Anzo is stepping down as CEO, and a new CEO has been appointed. And of course, Jason's going to be supporting the platform. Anyways, in this video, I wanted to talk to you guys the white paper, what really is SocialFi, and what is the value that Hyprr is bringing to the world. So let's go on to it. Well, before we begin, I just want to let you guys know I feel like a complete noob. So I'm just going to skim through this white paper as best as possible and explain everything there is all about Hyprr. Okay, so if we go over here, I'm going to make this as short as possible. Hyprr white paper, and this is just going through the notices and all that stuff, blah blah blah, abstract, what Hyprr really is, the table of contents, because this is a really large white paper from Hyprr. Hyprr, our mission is to build the future of community engagement and monetization where users have the control over their data and creators can independently monetize their content. So yes, this is this white paper is going to be in the link under the video description, and this is the main proposition with Hyprr. Let me close this right here. For creators, pay less with our lower fees, earn more, paid quicker with more monetization tools and instant payments. So basically 1 and 2, for creators, they have less fees than the current social media landscapes, and they get to earn more and get paid instantly. That's the beauty of the blockchain. They get to get closer with their users, but I feel like the current social media landscape is already kind of trying to do that. But I don't know. It's everything's all evolving, of course, for everybody. For the users, privacy as standard. I mean, this is the blockchain, baby. Blockchain is gonna change everything. You're gonna be able to own your own data as the blockchain, and you're gonna be able to get rewarded for sharing your ad revenue. Meaning, currently the current social landscape like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is, they sell your user data. Right here you have the option whether you share it or not, and you get paid for it. So that's my understanding of that. This is going to be the future of the blockchain, so I'm not so sure how that's going to be working. And right here, 13.8 billion users, or I'm sorry, monthly social network users this year, which is 48.3% of the world's population. So almost half the world is using social media. That's interesting metrics here. 53% of internet users are concerned about the privacy. 15 billion. YouTube makes $15 billion in ad revenue. Facebook makes 80 billion in ad revenue. That's crazy. 14% year-on-year increase of independent creators. That's me. I'm new to YouTube, so yeah. So let's skim through right here. Social media is a growing business, of course. It's growing. Generation Z is the fastest growing segment and are not joining Facebook or Twitter, who are, formerly Twitter because it's X now, who are at the same time losing users. This presents a huge opportunity for Hyprr to attract an audience who are not really interested in Facebook. And here you see like a metric of social media engagement versus people that are on TV. TV is declining while social media is increasing, and by 2025 it's gonna overlap the TV viewership. That's wild. That's crazy. And these are just more metrics. Anyways, content is king. It's still king, because really, if you're a business owner and you're not making content for your business, what are you doing? Content is what's going to make or break your business. And if you're not putting at least 2 hours out of your day to put creating content, that is hindering your growth progress in business. And that is currently with Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. These are just like viewpoints of millennials versus Gen Z. You can read that when you click on the link below, have a better understanding of all this. Deeper look of the state of creator economy, and that's key, creator economy, because more and more time, the SocialFi is another way saying the creator economy, and the creator economy is going to be an explosion in the next 5 to 10 years. And if you're not getting into the blockchain, there's going to be a paradigm shift from the current social media landscape into the decentralized social media landscape using blockchain technology. And these are just advertisers that are wanting to get into the blockchain and introducing Hyprr, one platform to rule them all, or otherwise known as the everything app. The current influencer model, where you get discovered in Instagram, TikTok, and you build intimacy in Facebook, Telegram, WhatsApp, and then you monetize on Facebook, Twitch, and Patreon. This is the current model. And Hyprr introduces a new model where influencers can be discovered, they can build intimacy, and then they can monetize all in one app. And that is the future and beauty of the blockchain. The blockchain really is going to be the future. And if you're not in on this right now, it's going to be the next phase of the social media landscape, which is putting blockchain with social media. This is just referring from the other images, Hyprr being the one app rules them all. And this is just more about Hyprr. just skimming through everything here. NFT, obviously you're going to be wanting to have a non-fungible token through the Hyprr platform. I still don't know the inner workings of an NFT. I'm still new to it, but it's all exciting all the same. Advertisers are going to have, this is a great proposition for advertisers. Advertisers are going to have huge value through using Hyprr as a means to get paid, you know, a clickbait or whatever it is. And in summary, users are seeking change, creators are hopeful for change, advertisers are demanding change. So this is where Hyprr is solving all of their solutions. Hyprr being that it's a decentralized social media platform, and other decentralized social media platforms getting in on the game right now. It is going to be a paradigm shift. I can't say that enough. In the next 5 to 10 years, the whole social media landscape that we know today is going to change. And Hyprr, with content plus social plus digital collectibles, equals more way to monetize through memberships, subscriptions, premium content, tips and donations, and advertisement. This is just wild what Hyprr is going to be putting together, and a huge undertaking, an incredible undertaking from Hyprr, because through Hyprr versus the current social media landscape, this is what Hyprr is pretty much promising what you as a user and content creator is benefiting from, versus the older way of the legacy social media platform. Because I know the old ways, like the old social media platforms of today, they are adapting, but once blockchain is in the mix, it's just going to leave them in the dust. It is truly going to change the social media landscape for good. And this is just Hyprr, the application. I did use this application as a beta. It was an amazing application. I loved it. And you can see where you can monetize, make money through this, and share your life and become a content creator, you know. It's just very fluid, and this is truly the future, you know. If you're not in the game of getting into this blockchain stuff with decentralized social media, what are you doing? This is it. This is the future. This is where you get to stream, launch digital collectibles, do all this. This is truly amazing stuff. What we're gonna see in the next 10 years, I cannot even fathom. And these decentralized, there's gonna be multiple. Hyprr's not the only one. There are other decentralized social media platforms growing, and they see a huge opportunity in this. This is gonna be a huge market. And the team behind Hyprr, I'm just like baffled of the huge undertaking they're been doing behind this application. This is just an incredible undertaking, and I love it. You know, it's not easy to create innovation like this. This is truly revolutionary stuff. This is just the tokenomics. So tokenomics is going to change. I really don't really read into this too much. It's just all about where the tokenomics are at. But due to the acquisition and new CEO, it's just going to change, you know. So I really don't look into this too deeply, but if you want to see it when you have your own time, you may do so. Token support, obviously, because HypeX is going to be its own token, and it's also going to have its own stable coin to trade within the app, and you can also earn as well. So there's that. And these are the growth. This is the growth of Hyprr, where Hyprr sees itself growing within the first year, which is 3.3 million users in the first year, 16 million users in the second year, and 30 million users in the third year. So it's interesting how this is plotted out, and it's crazy. I do believe that this is possible only through a paradigm shift. Once blockchain really hits hard and big, and everybody's all about decentralized social media, that is because at first nobody's going to understand this stuff. And as I'm doing this video, people who are seeing this video right now will not understand it. I don't even understand it. It's not until we go 10 years in the future that we understand, well, this was it. This is where it was all going. And of course, these projections were made by the incredible minds and team behind Hyprr. I mean, these guys are veterans. They know what they're doing, you know, and it's not like it's not their first rodeo. These people are, this is an amazing team, you know, and they've been behind this application for quite some time. And this is Jason Sibley, CEO, 25 years, seasoned marketeer and entrepreneur, having worked with some of the world's largest brands, including IBM, Samsung, HP, Microsoft, MasterCard, and Google. Jason is the founder of 3 successful businesses and has been in Web3 space as a consultant and investor. Hands off to you, Jason, because I love what you're doing, and I respect what you're doing with stepping down and having a new CEO being appointed for Hyprr. So I can't wait for the news coming forward next month in the foreseeable future. You know, great props to all these guys. Wow, you guys, this is the team behind Hyprr, and I can't be more excited enough for this application to become one of the biggest decentralized social media platforms out there for the future, the next 5 to 10 years. So there you have it. This is just a shortened version, a condensed version of a skim through of the white paper. And if you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more of it, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys on a third video where I would like to get Charlie and Andy along with a conversation to get other perspectives on the Hyprr app. So there you have it. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys to the next one. Bye bye.